Presented by the Utah Sports Commission. My name is Paul Kay. A huge welcome to our media, welcome to all our viewers on Facebook, and welcome to our top 5 professional women at the end of an incredible day's racing. Just going to take you through the splits, and then we'll go into some questions. Fifth today for Great Britain, Ruth Astle. A 59.23 swim, a 4:50.45 bike, a 3:06.35 marathon, and crossing the finish line in 9 hours, 9 seconds. In our home state for the USA, Sky Munch, 4th position, 54.44 out the water, 4:53.13 on the bike, and a 3:04.21 marathon, 8:55.21 finishing time. For Germany, Anne Haug, 3rd place, 54.47 out of the water, 4:52.53 off the bike, and the fastest marathon on the day, 2:56, with a finishing time of 8:47.03. 2nd place, Kat Matthews, Great Britain, 54.48 swim, 4:44.40 bike. There's a lot of fours there. You might as well buy a lottery ticket with that. 3 hours, 57 seconds marathon. Crossed the finish line in 2nd place, 8:43.49. Switzerland's Daniela Ryf, 54.42 swim, 4:37.46 bike, 2:59.36 marathon, and a winning time to become the world champion in 8 hours, 34 minutes, 59 seconds. Ruth, at the press conference, we started with you. Pre-race and post-race. That was your first World Championship press conference, and now it's your 2nd World Championship press conference, 5th position. Do you believe it?
No. I'm not sure I really feel that I'm here, but yeah. I think probably towards the middle of last week, I started to believe that if I had a good day, I could be top 5 and maybe even sneak onto the podium if everything went right. But there's one thing kind of believing it, and then there's another thing actually doing it. So yeah, it definitely feels really surreal.
Talk about the doing it today. Just talk us through your swim bike run.
We won't talk about the swim. We'll just ignore
Talk
that.
about the bike run.
To be fair, the swim, thankfully it was a bit warmer than it had been earlier in the week. That definitely helped me out a bit. I would have struggled even more if it had been colder. The bike, I mean, I love that course, but it is just brutal. It's just relentlessly up, down. It started getting slightly windy. I wouldn't say anything like it has been this week, but enough to make it harder work than you might want in the back half of the bike. And I mean, that run, absolute savage. There's nothing else to describe that marathon off that kind of bike.
How did it feel turning that final left turn, seeing the finish line in front of you?
Yeah, amazing. I was more than ready for that to have come about 30k earlier, to be honest. But yeah, no, as always, great crowds out there. The support was unbelievable, and being able to actually run down that red carpet at my first professional world champs was a great moment.
And 5th place, congratulations, Ruth Astle, Great Britain. Thank you. We're going to pass the microphone to Sky. A world championship at home. Let's start with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's every day people get to do a world championship in their home state, get to pack their car and go. So yeah, that's pretty special, especially an Ironman world championship, because it's always in Kona. Sorry, I raced so hard, I'm losing my voice. Anyway.
Should try announcing.
Yeah. Seriously, I need your tricks. But yeah, it was really special, and I got a lot of support out there, so that meant a lot. Yeah, it's great.
Strong swim.
Yeah.
On the bike, mixing it up for a long time there.
Too long, probably.
Just talk about that.
Yeah. Just my whole race.
Talk about the bike at first.
Oh, the bike. Well, I came out of the swim with the ladies I wanted to ride with or try to ride with, so that was awesome. I didn't have to play catch up, and yeah, I thought, all right, I'm gonna try and ride with Daniela. I'm gonna sit behind her, see what happens. And she made it extremely difficult. I use the word ballistic to anyone I've talked to about how Daniela rode today. It was incredible. Yeah, and I thought, oh, this is gonna let up. You go hard at the start, maybe drop some people, but it never let up, and eventually I was like, this isn't sustainable for me, and I got dropped. So, and then I just was riding my own race. I was alone for a lot of it. Yeah.
So then you work that hard on the bike, and then you get into T2. What do you actually think about now that you've got that marathon in front of you?
Well, honestly, the marathon is what got me through the bike. Like, the bike was really hard for me today. It's weird. I've been biking really well in training, but racing, I just didn't feel amazing. Usually the bike feels good for me. So honestly, I just knew I just have to get off the bike and get to the marathon, and I'm going to feel better. And I did. So, yeah, I was grateful to be running.
First American woman down the finish line. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, Americans, we're proud Americans, right? We always always talk about top American, and I guess on home soil. Good to represent, and yeah, I'm grateful to consistently kind of be top performing American, but obviously we're at a world championship, and there's a lot of better ladies than the top Americans, so not too much bragging rights, but yeah.
And the crowds?
The crowds are amazing. I mean, that's the most I've seen spectators out on this course, and I had like so much family and friends. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really special.
Thank you very much, Sky Munch. Anna, I know, we've made reference to the water temperature being a little bit warmer this morning. And I know we spoke and you said, at bike checking, how cold is the water? And you don't like the cold water. Just talk us through the start of your race this morning.
Yeah, the start was quite a bit rough, but then I came in a good rhythm and I was able to swim in the first big pack, so I was very pleased with that, and I'm more than pleased that the water wasn't 15 degrees, because like Ruth said, I would really struggle with that because I absolutely hate the cold. So no, the swim was really durable and I was absolutely happy with that. But I think I messed up my transition completely because I was from the beginning alone. So I thought, where's everyone gone? So yeah, then I did my own race, yeah.
So you did your own race. How was those 112 miles, 180 Ks on the bike?
Really, really tough. I thought I bonked maybe 5 times, and I said, how can I run a marathon after that? I was really, really hurting on the bike. So, yeah, and the run was like a real struggle, to be honest.
But clearly you can run. The fastest of the women lined up here at 2:56. And I think Kat might have had to look over her shoulder a couple of times. Talk us through your marathon.
Yeah, I mean, I pushed it. I was a bit too excited in the first lap, and I definitely wanted to get the podium spot. And then it made a big bang, and like with that, after 30 Ks, I wished the finish line would be there, but then there was a brutal steep hill coming, and I said everything but not walking, because I had my German camera team all the time next to me, so that would be a little bit embarrassing. So, but I made it to the finish line, and I'm very happy with the 3rd spot.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 victories and a 3rd, and one of those victories is the World Championship. That's a pretty impressive Ironman record so far. Anna Haug, Germany, congratulations. Kat Matthews.
Hi.
Hello. I'm going to start at the end. And watching you come down that finish line, and you rush into, well, Daniela greets you and welcomes you, and you're just congratulating her the whole time.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I've said it before, it feels a bit cringe to keep saying it, but it's an honor to come second to one of the world's greatest of all time. So, of course, this performance for me is like validated by being beaten. It doesn't, it's not a detriment to my performance.
An incredible performance, and I'm going to stick around sort of going backwards on the run. I think your hubby said at like one stage, the gap between you and Anna was negligible.
I think it was 80 seconds at one point. I got one split, yeah.
Don't tell Anna. No one told her.
But it sounds like we had a similar run. Maybe mine was slightly more evenly paced, but there was a few points on it I was like, I must not walk because then Anne will know. Anne will know. Like, someone will tell Anne. So yeah, my first kilometre on the run, I've never felt so so horrendous, and I honestly just don't know how I even made it up the first hill, let alone the whole run course. So I'd already accepted with the first lap that Anne was going to catch me, and third was going to be my day, and I just had to make it to the finish line. So yeah, well, you drove that so hard.
Before the race, you did get a lot of attention from the media, a lot of people saying, Kat's going to win it. Did that motivate you or put you under pressure?
Honestly, I've actually just answered this question. I turned that as the pressure as into confidence. So it wasn't just me saying, yeah, cool, I'm going to go and win the world Ironman champs, as if. It was other people think I can do this. So, okay, I'm going to give it a go. And I did at some points think this is a bit ridiculous. What happens if I let everyone down? Because I have done that before. People telling me they've bet on me and all this sort of stuff, and it's like, cool, that's your money. You do what you want. But no, it didn't. For this race, it didn't bother me. For future races, maybe it will, but not this time.
Your second place, has it sunk in?
I've been close to tears a few times already in the last couple of hours. No one's seen. So no, I guess not. And I'll let you know maybe later in the week.
There we go, second place for Kat Matthews. Congratulations. Daniela Ryf, 5-time Ironman world champion. But it looks like the toughest thing that you've had to do was choose which finger to put your champion's ring on. Because she's running out of fingers now, if you think about it. Congratulations, a superb day. When I left the swim, managed to have a bit of time to watch the coverage, and I was watching you on the bike, and you weren't in the lead at the time, but I just saw something that said, whew, Danny's back.
Yeah, it felt really, really special today. It was not all under control. The swim was definitely not how I wanted it to be, but I tried to not get nervous. I got on the bike and actually did feel like, okay, I know I can ride well today. I did feel good when I got up this morning, and to be able to, like, bring it together on the day when it counts. And it did feel like it was a very long time that we had the last chance to race in an Ironman World Championship. It's been 2.5 years, and it's definitely been a lot of work, and it feels like a reward from this time, and that's why it felt so special. Yeah.
Often when you're always winning, the expectation is that you will win. And the last time that happened before today was 2018. And has that been, surely it must have played on the mind between 2018 and now.
Yeah, I mean, it's what is more important, I guess, to me is what I want to achieve in a race. And of course, if I go to a race, if I say, I want to just see what I can do, is a little bit, it's not really the truth. Of course, I would like to win if I go to race, and but still, you still have to then put the performance together, and that's why, like, it's been a few races where I was not able to be as strong as I used to be, and today I did feel strong again. And actually, to have Kat just pushing it so hard on the bike, it was really, really enjoyable. I was just thinking, it's so great to actually feel strong again, and also have her, like she, I don't remember when it was, maybe K30 or 40, she passed me, and she did seem like she wants to win this race, and I loved it because it felt like we're kind of going for it, and still I felt like we're kind of working together because we wanted to get a move. And yeah, it's just these things where I just love to race and to be back having this in a battling it out there. I really enjoyed it.
Talk us through the course, and all that talk about it, without a doubt, it's worthy World Championship course. It's a very, very hard course, but the times are quick.
Yeah, I mean, the wind was, I never really understood if I had a headwind or a tailwind. It just constantly changed. So I think for the mind it was hard, because also getting in that long hill, I was thinking it should be a tailwind, but then it was a headwind when we started. So it's like, oh, there's going to be a long hill if that's all the way headwind. But then suddenly it changed up the hill. I don't know how that happens, but it changed. So yeah, it was a mental, you had to be like mentally ready for everything all the time. And I think for me today it helped because in September I had an absolutely shocking race here and I felt so bad and lactated in every hill. And to actually have this in my memory, today I felt so much better, was helping me a lot because I felt like, I felt worse on that hill already. I remember when Taylor Knibb, I tried to pass her, or I tried to catch her, and then she just took off, and I lactated like I could not do anything. So yeah, to actually be in a strong body and push up these hills was definitely fun. But it was, yeah, the bike course is brutal, and the run, I don't know if I ever want to do that again. It's a fantastic race. Don't get me wrong. It's the support was amazing. The atmosphere was great. The people cheered so much, and also I felt personally so much support out there. I felt like people were happy for me that I had a good race, which made it even more emotional, and also felt special to me. And so I definitely felt a lot of support. But it is brutal. It's just my legs have never ever been so sore after an Ironman. Like I don't have any injury soreness, just muscle soreness. And I've never had that extreme. I can't walk stairs at the moment.
We do have an elevator for you.
Yeah, I mean, I try to walk, but yeah, it's very hard.
Talking about emotion, 8 hours, 34 minutes, 59 seconds later, you've come down the carpet, and I don't remember seeing you just let your emotions explode out of you like they did as you came down that finish line. I just watched the video again now, and then, 5, and it just, how was it? It looked incredible from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it was. I actually had a very emotional finish last year here in St. George when I had my first good race after I split up with my coach. That was very emotional too, actually, when I came down that finish line. Maybe it's also running down a finish line that makes it so emotional. But of course, today was very special because it's been a long time, and I was struggling a lot with lots of things, and I definitely felt also some people were doubting me, and it was just kind of a little bit of saying like, well, yeah, don't underestimate the angry bird because
you make her angry.
If I'm angry, I'm really fast.
Your 5-time Ironman world champion, your Intermountain Healthcare Ironman world champion here in Utah. Congratulations, Daniela Ryf. We're going to open the floor now to our media. Please give your name and outlet, and you're more than welcome to ask some questions, and you really should. I mean, look what we have here. What a race they treated us to today. So I think we can start enjoying some of the Athletic Brewing beers a little bit earlier then. To everybody watching on Facebook, thank you for your support. Please stick with us until the final athletes come down the finish line just before 1 a.m. I know our professional women will join us on the finish line as well. And this is the Intermountain Healthcare Ironman World Championship presented by the Utah Sports Commission. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the race.